Hi there, once again, it's Ricky from Moshville Times here. I'm delighted to be welcomed by vocalist Charlie Munro of the Aberdeen Drunken Reprobates Deadfire. Nice to see you again, Charlie. So how are things been? How have you been coping through the lockdown? Have you still been working and all that?
I would be good. I have been working. I think I get 4 or 5 weeks off.
Yeah.
Straight back into. I'm a mechanic to trade, and we've got to keep our contracts with police and ambulance motors and all that kind of stuff. So we had to just keep going, like so.
Yeah. How did you cope in the 4 to 5 weeks? Were you dying to get back to work? Or?
I thought, no, to be fair, it was great. It was just me and the missus and the bairn. Ken, it was.
Yeah.
We ones just turning 2, so it was magic for that wee while. Ken, just we didn't have to worry about nothing care in the world other than just spending time with the bairn and the missus. It was great, like Ken, but I was trying to get back to it enough, Ken, back to a bit of normality, Ken.
Aye. It's good to hear that everyone's all right. So then, during the lockdown, have you been using this time constructively and written any more songs?
Nah. we as a band and technology are absolutely fucking useless. As you can see, behind the scenes, it should be me and drummer Tunk that's on here tonight, but he couldn't get the Zoom link to work, so it's just me. And that's a fluke that I got to work in. Ken, Tunk's got an important job. He's a director as a company he's working at. Our bass player, Boofy, he works at the hospital. He's the NHS. Johnny worked for home the whole time. He was never furloughed. He's an architect. So we've asked them working full time.
Yeah.
Throwing ideas back and forth, got a few riffs and stuff like that. But writing songs or computers is near Deadfire thing. You're never going to see an album or an EP come out for Deadfire that's been produced in a bedroom and multi-tracked ourselves. Can we prefer to get into a studio and let somebody else do that for us?
Yeah.
We did think to start we were going to try it, but it costs a lot of fucking money to record music or the internet and all your computers and all that different stuff. It's not just a case of plugging a microphone into your laptop, Ken.
Very true. So with the lockdown still pretty much happening up here in Scotland, in fact, you guys have got it even tougher up in Aberdeen at the moment, eh? So how are you communicating your ideas to each other then?
Just through the pigeon mail, but looks at half the time with us. Just the WhatsApp group and stuff like that. I can. Me and Johnny just fire riffs back and forth at each other. I often get I'll get a riff idea in my head at 1 o'clock in the morning when the whole house is quiet and I have to sneak through the bathroom and fucking hum it into the phone so I don't forget it the next day. And Johnny's amazing at when I hum a tune, he manages to somehow play the guitar away it sounded in my head, Ken.
Yeah.
So we've got a few ideas. Just trying to get back to some kind of rehearsals. Like you say, Aberdeen's taking a back step, so it's kind of putting everything further back. It was looking like we were going to get a jam the middle of this month. It's now looking like it's going to be the middle of next month now before the rehearsal space opens.
So does that mean that
it was annoying? It was annoying to start with.
March then?
Hey?
So that means that you guys haven't been together at all since March?
We've met up and had a few beers together. Like
aye.
we ain't jammed at all in that time. Like I think the only thing that doesn't kill us so much about it is the fact that nobody else is really doing it. And I think if other bands were getting out and gigging and all the rest, you'd feel a bit jealous and that. But everybody's in the same boat, so
I'm aware of a couple of bands that have been able to rehearse, like a couple of bands over in Ireland that I've had a chat with. But it's like you say, with the vast majority of bands, it's not as if you're falling behind or anything.
No.
Like that, so.
There's a few of them kicking about in Aberdeen that have got their own posh bastards with their own rehearsal studios or whatever. But they're getting a wee jam in that bit. It'll happen when it happens, I suppose. We've got a wee tour booked for October through Reaction. With a few of the bands on the Reaction roster. And as the days going on, it's looking less and less likely that it's gonna happen. When we booked it at the beginning, I think it was June we booked it, it was looking like it could happen, but if it happens, it happens. You just world don't stand still just now, so
you just don't know what's going to be happening anymore.
No.
So going back to the music then, so you released your latest EP, My Mind Belongs to the Devil, in February of this year then. So how have the responses been and how much fun was it to play the songs live?
Oh, we'll only play the songs live about twice. The EP came out, we done the EP launch. We played the songs a few times beforehand, but the EP came out in literally, I think it was 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Sorry, my missus is sitting there next week at myself. I'm fucking weird. Well, I am weird.
Keeping you right.
The EP was out 2 or 3 weeks and then went into lockdown. So we had tons of really good reviews on it. A lot of plays on Spotify, getting on a lot of Spotify playlists and a lot of Facebook activity with the new videos and stuff. But we're very much a live band. We like releasing CDs and putting stuff out there like everybody else does, but can we live for the stage for playing live and getting a beer at the same time? So it's killing us the most.
Hopefully that will come soon then. So were you pleasantly surprised by the amount of the positive reviews and the views that you're getting on YouTube and everything like that? Are you quite happy?
No, I wasn't surprised. I couldn't have thought I got to like it.
I knew that was a silly question, so I did.
We make fucking music for us, and if folk like it, great. If they didn't, then as long as it's good enough to keep getting gigs, and keep doing for love, then we've never sat and write a song to do we think folk will like it or if ever even looking back at the EP, even now I look back at the EP and think, fucking hell, that intro's long. Kind of cut that fucking intro in half again before. So we just do what we want to do, and that's it.
Yeah,
folk like it. I think we're a better band live than we are in the studio.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fair to say. So
yeah.
The CD sounds great, so you just need to see us live.
Well, it would have been October, and just the day after my birthday as well, so I probably wouldn't have remembered much about it anyway, to be honest with you. So.
That's going to be my mission.
Yeah.
You hope.
So you recently released a video for the title track around the same time from the EP, so how was that made, and how have the responses for the video been so far, and could you go on a bit about what My Mind Belongs to the Devil is about, please?
Yeah. Well, I'm involved in a project that's been ongoing for a couple of years now. There's a squad of us, a heap of my pals up Aberdeen way. We're on different bands, but we all learned in the same place. It was a youth project in Torry, Aberdeen, for about half, and it was run by two guys, Beefy and Jabbo. And I think it was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Beefy was diagnosed with MS.
Okay.
Went downhill really quite quick. Lost his ability to play his guitar, which was his lifelong passion, and he'd been like a dad to all of us. Every one of us owed everything we did musically towards Beefy and to Japo.
Yeah.
So we one of the guys that was in he's been studying documentation, making documentaries and all that kind of stuff. So he started making a film about him.
Yeah.
So that's been ongoing. What was I going with that? Aye, sorry, right enough. There we go. So the guy that's actually filming it, he offered to do a music video for us because the obviously sadly Beefy passed away. The documentary kind of dried up a bit just for us. We take stock of it, and it was a documentary kind of celebrating his life, and then he died. So the documentary's taking a different turn now. So there's a bit of work going into sussing out where it's going to go for there. So me and the guy who's filming it, Phil, got together, came up with the idea, found an old abandoned fucking wrecked house, and we went and filmed it. It was good fun. It's a great day. I couldn't what we wanted for the video, so it was easy enough. There was no arguments. I think this is what we just had to do for it today, and I think we made a nice video. I'm really proud of the video.
Yeah. No. Yeah, sorry to hear about the subject matter, but I'll definitely reiterate what you just said. It was a very, very good video. Vocalist, no, I'm looking at a very, very good video. So for those that are new to the band, how would you say it compares to your earlier material then? And do you think you've found the sound that you've been looking for with your latest EP?
I think I think if you listened to it, you would ken it was Deadfire.
Yeah.
But it's certainly different. I think we were a bit more rock based with the first album. The second album was a bit more metal, and I think this time we went a bit more grunge. This time, for this EP with two new members, Movie and Johnny, who are the same as myself, brought up in the grunge scene. So the influence of the band changed, and we've seen that more grungy direction.
Yeah.
But I mean, we just get into the room and jam, and that's how we write songs. There's usually maybe a riff idea kicking about, but there's never a solid song brought in by anybody.
Yeah.
I can't write lyrics away from the band. The lyrics have got to be written there in the moment. I've got fucking notes on my phone full of useless fucking poems that'll never get used. It's just words that fucking rhyme. I can never transpond them into a song.
Yeah.
We just got to kind of be there in the moment in the jam, and that's usually how our songs kind of.
Yeah. So is it you that does all the lyrics, or do other members contribute?
It usually is me that does all the lyrics, but on the EP, Boovie helped with the lyrics on Mary Jane. I'm no precious or lyrics. It's not the kind of thing where it's no, I'm singing them, so I'm going to fucking write them. Again, if the guys got to pitch in and often tell me need to say that or I'm fucking gibbering shite, then we've always had that in the band. If a riff's shite, then it's shite. If a drum sound crap, they sound crap. But there's no preciousness or your own stuff until the song's done. Can we just nothing festers. It's just if it's shite, it's shite, and if it's good, it's good. If we're happy, that's the way it goes, Ken.
Yeah. So, talking about the releases that you've had, then it's been a few years since your last album, Hounds of Justice. So, was the EP just filling the gap until the next release? I mean, could the next release be an album, for example?
Well, I left the band. Must be 5-6 years ago. It was about 2 years after the second album came out. I just got dry with the scene. I just felt like we were repeating the same stuff over and over again and wasn't actually getting anywhere. It was the same gigs, the same people, the same songs. A lot of venues were closing down in Aberdeen, and I just took a break for it. I just lost my love and my passion for it, and I wasn't enjoying it anymore.
Yeah.
And Deadfire's never been a band that's been chasing the dream of making it. Can we understand that bands don't make it anymore? We've made it. Can we play gigs? We enjoy what we're doing. We release CDs. We go on tours. That's made it enough for me.
Yeah.
And it was the same as any other hobby. I wasn't enjoying it, so I just stopped doing it. The band limped along for a wee while with another lassie singer, but nothing really came of it. And then just me and Tunk got together again and decided we wanted to get another shot. Took in the two new members. And the EP was more a chance to show folk that we were back, sounding the same but different. Can let people hear this new kind of sound.
Yeah.
I think as far as albums go, I think the album thing for unsigned bands is dead.
Yeah.
I think you put a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of effort into writing and recording an album. You could spend months recording an album, and when I get the same, or when I get any more pull than a single or an EP, it's not going to stand you in any, it's not going to be any different. I think we were planning moving forward, maybe just be singles and EPs, unless something drastically changes. I mean, we took that EP out. I think we were planning on doing a second EP before the end of the year, maybe even at least a single anyway.
Yeah.
Which it might still happen. It depends. We get a jam. We get a jam next month. We could maybe write a song in 10 minutes and get it recorded.
Yeah.
We got a single, but I kind of see us going full album for a while anyway.
Yeah. So is the EP also a way to prove to yourselves that you've still got it, you can still do it, and you can still enjoy it again?
I thought, yeah, probably. That's probably fair enough enough. I think it was just going to be a single to start with. We planned, and then we had two songs, and we thought, well, we'll just do a single and a B-side.
Yeah.
And then we wrote another song, and it's like, right, are we going to release a 3-track EP, or are we going to actually just go down the road of doing a full album? But we've got these 3 songs, the 3 new songs, so you need to start playing them live. So you need to fit them into your set.
Yeah.
But there's already an argument fucking writing a set list anyway, try to get everybody's personal favourites that they want to play again.
Yeah.
Apart from losing 3 of them and bringing them in again, that's the worst thing about playing an album, because we've always believed that you should play it live before you record it, and then you should always keep playing them live. Or shouldn't it be, if it's not good enough to be played live, then it shouldn't really be on your album or your CD.
Yeah.
So again, another reason for maybe not recording another album is that we would have ended up, we could have maybe put an album out 3 months later than the EP, but would it be half shite and then you didn't end up playing it live, or and so I think we'll probably be going for hopefully quality over quantity from now on. Yeah.
So with the 3 songs, how quickly were they written, or was a song like 1.5 years old and stuff like that, or were they quite quickly written?
Oh no, they were all written. I'm pretty sure. Well, My Mind Belongs to the Devil, I came up with the riff again, humming it to Johnny. Well, the opening riff, I can actually play that because it's just one chord. Johnny's just before I was picking him up for Gundoon for band practice, and then we jammed it out, and the song was pretty much written in one night. Mary Jane took a wee while longer because I wanted to get Boovie involved in the lyrics. So with a bit of back and forth and writing the lyrics on that. Call from the Void was the same because there's a band we used to play a lot with in Aberdeen, Ray Brower. I'm good pals with Ray, and they're kind of like, if you selling them short, they're like rap metal.
Okay.
You take a listen to them, understand what I'm saying. I'm making it sound really fucking shit. I sound like an old man trying to fucking describe this new band, but it's like spoken word with metal. Mark it was. And for some, it was just part of that song. I just saw this part in the song in the breakdown, and I was like, "Fucking hell, that's a bit like I could write a Ray bit there.
Yeah,
I could put the spoken word kind of bit, but it just sounded fucking. It sounded like I was doing a really shit impression of Ray when I was doing the spoken word bit. So I just got in contact with Ray and said to him, "Listen, go and stop me doing a really shit impression of you and come in and do a shit impression of yourself." So that was another bit that took a bit longer on that song, was just waiting on Ray's part and getting it recorded, and then now he's bullied into following us around the country every time we fucking play, because he's gonna hate repeat his spiel on every fucking time we play it, like I mean
it. That's the right answer. Thank you very much for that, Charlie. So, having known you for some time on social media, then things seem to be quite settled on the band members front. So how would you say you keep it all together? Like, for example, when you're negotiating what stays in and what goes out of a song?
Just like I said before, there's always been a rule, no matter who's been in the band or who joins the band, or whatever. It's just, you just got to speak your mind, because you're going to learn when you come to see us live and we go out drinking that there's a lot of personalities in this band, and you could easily get swamped if you didn't put your say forward.
Yeah.
When you see the band, fucking I'm 6'2" and fucking the guts at 18 stone, and then you will be Johnny in the guitar fuzz, fucking Johnny be 5'8", fucking 4 stone just out the shower, and the wee bastard fucking gets a drink in him and he starts fucking bullying me. he becomes a coarse wee bastard with his mouth, like. So we just, if something needs said, it just gets said, and it's never bad. It's never an argument. It's just like we are keeping each other well enough. Even we, Johnny and Boovie, being new to the band.
Yeah.
We've known them 10+ years. We've all drunk in the same fucking pub for years. We are keeping each other well enough to call bullshit on each other. So it's usually easy enough. When it comes to gigs and stuff like that, it's usually me or Tunk that's booking that kind of stuff, and just got a rule for you, fucking, because you get had a Boovie, you send him a message and he gets back to you 3 or 4 days later. He's a fucking mad hippie. He only just got WhatsApp and lockdown, so can he usually hit the wee jail phone? That's what he was rocking usually. So you can never get had on. We just had to get a rule where it was, if Charlie and Tunk can manage a gig, then we'll accept it, and the other two will just take fucking find a way of being there because they never answer you back quick enough. You'd miss so much gigs waiting for them answer you.
I'm just wondering if he would say that if he was actually on this interview, to be honest with you. If he would say it to his face,
I'm even telling him we're doing this interview, he's not getting to watch it back. Bastard, we're in the door.
So how would you say your local Aberdeen scene is, and would you like to give a shout out to any bands? Well, you just gave
Nah, they're all shite. Nah, the scene's died, man. The scene in Aberdeen, even before lockdown, was fucking dire. Aberdeen City Council are a fucking nightmare for anybody who doesn't ken. There was a venue in Aberdeen called Downstairs, and it was an old malt mill, and a malt mill is famous in Aberdeen for bands. Yeah. I used to go to the malt mill to watch bands with my fake ID fucking back in the day. It's always been known for it. And I guess this guy took it over, and some lassie moved in across the road and put in a complaint about the sound, the noise coming for this live music venue that she fucking moved across the road for. And the council put in a notice the place that the sound dead in it. To the tune of 200 grand or whatever it was going to cost them to sound dead in the building. So the venue shut down. Cafe Drummond's another thing that's famous in Aberdeen for bands, but the guy that fucking books the bands now is a wee hipster, so it's a acoustic-y fucking flat taps music that ends up in there. The tunnels used to be good, but it's now full of raves. It's all your wee Neds and their pills. You can book air, but you've got to be out by 11 o'clock, so you put on a rock and roll show and everybody's got to be out by fucking 11 o'clock. It's never a rock and roll. These wee bastards at the door fucking chewing their own faces waiting to get in.
Yeah. So where would the release show be?
The release show?
Your EP release?
We released the EP at a private hire. We hired a nightclub.
Okay.
Our record label, Fat Hippie Records, they hire out this... it's upstairs with a nightclub and just put in the full PA system and the light show and drum riser and all that kind of stuff, and you just do a DIY thing. We've got Cellar in Aberdeen. It's a small venue. It's only about an 80 capacity. We play there quite a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty much our local anyway. The Noosa Monkey upstairs for it. So, but apart from that, it's been fucking dire. It's nuts because there is fucking some cracking bands kicking about, but that's why you're probably easy 80% of our gigs are out of Aberdeen. We play in Glasgow actually, more than we do Aberdeen. So.
I remember years gone by going to gigs up in Inverness and Elgin and places like that, and do you guys play them as well?
We were due to be playing in Elgin. There was one that we were supposed to get, but it's been cancelled because of lockdown. Played Inverness a few times. We played Hoots a lot.
Right.
Inverness is always decent. It's only a place that you can actually you go to Inverness and there's no fucking single Invernessian in the bar. It's a tourist skin.
So it kind of leads me on to my next question then. So of course there's not going to be any live shows in the near future. So what plans did you have for this year, and do you have maybe anything in the pipeline for next year? Was it too early?
Because it was quite early in the year. The EP, we took the EP out in February, and we planned to fucking just gig the ass off it. We had a fucking packed diary. Actually, I looked at it. I showed you some of the gigs we had a really good support slot for an AC/DC tribute in the Aberdeenshire, which was it was a sold out 600 capacity town hall.
Wow.
Playing with was it Hell's Bells? Aye, Hell's Bells.
Yeah.
That would have been a fucking cracking gig, especially because that's Tunk's number one band, Kenny's.
Yeah.
That would have been a cracker. We'd a couple of festivals lined up. With a really good festival lined up up in Fraserburgh. And just everything's just fell through.
Yeah,
reactions they've been great with us. Can't be hard being a management company just now and dealing with a band, because it's fuck all you can do for your band, really. They're pushing like fucking the Spotify playlists and all that kind of stuff, but for old bastards like me, it doesn't really matter. I understand it. It's just about numbers, whereas I'd rather just go out and play gigs.
Yeah.
But the reaction. I've got this tour coming up for us. We're playing with Knockdown Wolf, A Ritual Spirit, and Salt River Shakedown. It's supposed to be a four-night headline tour. Everybody's hometown, starting in Aberdeen, which probably going to happen now because fucking all the pubs in Aberdeen are shut.
Yeah.
But That's four bands that we've known for, well, we've known Knockdown Wolf and Ritual Spirit for years. I was really looking forward to getting out and touring with them. But again, like I say, every day it's looking less likely it's going to happen. But I mean, rest assured, as soon as we can gig, we'll be gigging, and we'll be gigging fucking everywhere there is us.
Yeah. It must have been one of the highlights of your career as well, like playing Ivory Blacks. You got to the final of Metal to the Masses, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because we only entered the Metal to Masses because we don't. This was going back, it's only 2 years now. We did that, and we don't only just came back again with the two new members, and we're looking for gigs, and we contacted Ivory Blacks, and Kelvin's always been really fucking ace with us. And he says, "Why didn't you enter Metal to the Masses?" And I was like, "Fucking, aye, okay. Again, we're a rock grungy band at very best. Again, we're one guitar. Fuck it, we'll do it. It's a gig. It's a gig in Glasgow. We'll do it. Fuck it." So we played it, sailed through the first round again. So it was like, well, we'll get sussed out in the second round. There's no way we're getting through the second round. And the third round, again, keep every time we're just thinking, fuck it, it's a jolly Glasgow, we'll suss us out eventually, and then all the way through 3 or 4 rounds straight and the final again. Which was nuts. Didn't expect to get to the final again. I mean, for a rock and roll band to get to the final, a heavy metal competition was kind of nuts. They did a raffle that night, and I won 2 tickets. This was before they announced Fad actually won the competition. So he takes me on stage and he's like, "You've won 2 tickets to go to Bloodstock." Wow. I'm thinking, there's only one way I'm going to Bloodstock, and that's if I'm fucking playing it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a festival that I would. I mean, I don't even care for half of the fucking names that band say in the poster. Never mind fucking what they actually are. It's just scribbles to me, like. And so he says to me, he says, "You won the 2 tickets," and I was like, "I don't need the tickets. My band's want to win this competition. I'm not winning the tickets. This is all. Give me that case of beer instead, and you can fucking raffle off the tickets to somebody else that wants them." I ended up getting this bottles of fucking Hobgoblin beer, which tasted like pish, and we didn't win, so we didn't end up getting a Bloodstock anyway.
So you just got drunk then?
Aye, already were.
And fall on stage.
Well, twice I fell that fucking night. Slippy barriers. It was my own fault. I went on stage and kicked my own fucking drink over the first song, and then fucking fell or I slipped on my own drink. That was the biggest travesty of the night.
That's criminal. That must have you must have hated that moment. But so go back to where do you rehearse and where do you record your songs then?
Well, up at Captain Tom's. That's the base. Captain Tom is the manager of our record label, Fat Hippie Records.
Yeah.
Just a wee independent label. It's just Captain Tom and the guy that runs the recording studio, Paul Emerson, up there.
Yeah.
Captain Tom every single penny he makes after that recording studio or rehearsal place goes straight back into that rehearsal space or that recording studio. Lockdown's been mad for him. Obviously he's been even making any money. And that's our centre for everything is up there. That's where we rehearse up there, record up there. Yeah, he's got everything up there. Like he's pretty much got everything mapped out for any band that needs it. They've got all your lessons up there, your solo recordings.
You ever having a wee acoustic set in somebody's back garden and you can get your pots and pans out from the kitchen and there's the drummer sorted? No.
Nah, see, the fucking day that you see Deadfire doing a half-arsed version of one of our songs on acoustic guitars, the fucking day you come up to Aberdeen and slap me about, mate. You'll never ever catch us doing that. We did a photo shoot not long ago. I had to dig out the photos. It was our old van that we had before we fucking ended up abandoning it in Europe. I'll come back to that in a minute. And we decided it'd be a cool photo if fucking if Tunk was to smash an acoustic guitar on my head, an old acoustic guitar that we'd found.
Oh, right, okay.
Me actually realising how fucking sturdy that things are.
Yes.
And on the 4th fucking dent across my head and then split open and my head was all fucking cutting bits along the top of me. And the fucking the bar later on night, he'd have pouring a blood to this fucking acoustic guitar. It got the same back, and that's for sure. It's just a day fucking going about is ending with fucking Deadfire. It ends up with fucking beers, and then all good plans are fucked.
Yeah.
And we'll get a couple of beers and we'll get some photos, and we ended up with heap of stupid photos and pissed. That's it.
So we're coming up to the last couple of questions then. We've kind of really talked about it, but what's next for Deadfire then? Is it just a case of hoping, keep your fingers crossed that you can get into the studio next month?
If we can get in the studio, then I think the plan would be to book some Saturday nights and do some live gigs on Facebook or Instagram, or because I think the rehearsals will come back a lot sooner than the gigs will. So it'd be good to actually just. It's going to be tough for us, right enough, with the technology and all the rest of it. It'd be good to jam my phone up in the top corner of our room and just fucking belt out some songs. Remind folk that we're actually still here.
Yeah.
But no, just getting back in a room with the four of us just sounds fucking ace. Kind of just gigs and that will follow, I suppose. And I'm hearing about the gigs coming back earlier, and like the social distancing push and folk kind of sit down and table service, and I can't think of any worse than a fucking performing a gig to folk are sitting down. That sounds pish. I'd rather they just put it off until they can do it right. I understand people are dying to get back to live music, but fucking hell, that's tough work for a singer standing on stage fucking singing to folks sitting at a table.
Hopefully 2021 will be the year. It's just going to be absolutely mental.
I honestly believe that none can happen in this country until they get a vaccine.
Yes, I agree.
They're slowly opening stuff and then fucking slam it back shut again, because it's like it's like if you've got a fucking dude with a clap going about fucking shagging all these birds, if you stop them going out, then folks stop getting a clap. But the fucking minute you let them back out again, that's when other women start getting a fucking clap again. You know what I mean? So until you get them cured,
it's a different way of looking at COVID. Yeah, it's a different way.
It's definitely going to keep coming back unless we get something to stop it. So
I know. So this is usually the question where the musicians in the band, not that I'm saying you're not a musician, but they brag about the equipment that they use. So what do you as a vocalist use? Like, what microphone do you use, for example? Do you have a microphone that you particularly like?
Lately I've been preferring a 50s style mic.
Yeah.
Probably for any other reason than I think it looks good. You can actually cup it if it's feeding back as well, but no, it's just a cheap.
Was there quite a bit of trial and error to get to the microphone that you're using just now?
Nah, I think I bought a cheapie, and then I hit the barrier at Ivory Blacks and it's split in two. So then I thought I better get a heavier duty in, and I could sing a foot. I might still have a beautiful voice. So for me, the gear doesn't matter to me. No, I just prefer taking a micro mix. Is better than getting handed the mic for the venue that's fucking full of AIDS or fucking smells like it smells somebody's ass. Just handy to hear your own mic that smells of your own ass.
Good stuff, man. I'm scared to ask you this question then, but if anybody wants to find out about Deadfire, where on social media could they find you?
We've got everything on social media covered, man. We're tech savvy, like. We're all right with the Facebook. Facebook, we're not bad at that. We'll keep that quite updated. Instagram, we're all right with Instagram and that. Twitter, I'm not a clue what we're doing with Twitter. When I got a website, I need that stuff but Facebook's all right. We'll stick the odd photo and video on and that kind of stuff. We'll keep stuff on YouTube as well. We've got a YouTube channel, so a few videos on there. Some cracking videos of me with hair.
I need to look at them.
Yeah, a lot of hair, a wee bit of hair.
Well, thank you very much.
Everything else is on. We've got Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, all that kind of the usual stuff.
Yeah.
You pay one person to put your music on everything for you, so you don't hate it.
That's the way to do it.
So just apart from that, we've just been working on some new kind of merch and that ready to for when we do actually go gigging, trying to think outside the box with the merch and de-merch that other people didn't do. And you can buy yourself a Deadfire vibrator, you can get a Deadfire mouse pad, hats.
You like white shirts and stuff like that?
Yeah. We've actually just doing a cheaper way. We've got a really good contact for some of our t-shirts. And my sister actually does vinyl printing, so we've got a heap of vinyl, so we'll be able to vinyl print hats and all that kind of stuff for ourselves, because merch is expensive to buy.
Yeah.
And you didn't really make a lot off it, can you? Maybe getting a t-shirt for £7 and selling it for a tenner. Ken, and then our merch money normally tends to go back into the bar, and then when we need to buy more merch, we have to take out our own pockets to buy merch again. So it's either that or I end up getting drunk and getting a wash CDs for fucking free and getting into trouble for it.
I definitely don't think you're going to make money in the band.
Nah. We're definitely in the wrong band if we need to make money, that's for sure.
It all goes to the bar. But just to say, I'm dying to see you laugh. Dying to see you live. I think it would be an experience, and you're definitely a live band. You're a fun live band, and you like to carry on and have a joke. Certainly by the videos that I've watched. So, so can I say, Charlie, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I wish you guys, Deadfire, the best of luck. Best of luck to you, mate.
Hopefully see you in October.
Yes, I'll be there. Don't you worry. You can still get the first pint in. Cheers, Charlie. Take care.